I kind of like it.
Unique New York.
You may as well.
Unique New York. How was? I've not listened to last week's podcast. How was
So-
the audio from me?
Good.
Yeah, much better.
Cool.
But word on the street is that the Cookie Monster got COVID.
Dana.
Oh no, Bano.
Why?
It's the Omicron variant.
Oh, very good. I like how you committed to the character as well.
Yeah. I like how we heard the Cookie Monster got COVID and we were like, Bana.
Which is such an inside joke that no one will get. Even if Boehner probably doesn't even listen to the podcast.
If anyone's the Cookie Monster, it's Duncan.
It's true. No, he has a point.
He's the biscuit boss.
I like biscuit. We've decided cereal might be my other calling.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Why I
Lots
put
of
in the
breakfast
intro.
cereal.
I changed the intro up a bit, but you'll find out, listeners.
Hello and welcome to That's Class, a podcast about things we find class, hosted by three of your favourite class holes. As always, I'm Rory, pays too much for surf insurance kid, joined by Duncan, still can't believe
Ricicles are gone.
Ricicles are gone, Malcolm, and Eddie, sports on tables are my jam, Ashcroft. What the fuck is that?
Sports on tables.
Eddie loves a sport on a table. If it's table tennis, table hockey,
Okay.
pool.
Don't play cat at that. Any
What
of
about
those sports.
foosball?
Oh yeah.
foosball.
Yeah,
Fucking ruin you.
one of these.
I can't believe Ricicles are gone. Really
Yeah.
upset me.
Ricicles. Is that what's a
Ricicle.
ricicle? Is that the pot?
Every
the
time you
ice
mention
cream
that,
pot?
Duncan, I also cry. Oh hello.
Yeah. Hello.
There's Lucy.
Special guest.
She brought me a Coca-Cola.
Oh wow.
Ooh, and a
Got
glass
sugar
bottle.
intake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say hi.
Not only does he
She's
pay
the-
too much for surf insurance, he pays too much for Coca-Cola.
Black
Oh, no.
bottles. Ooh.
I live here, so Coke's for free.
He only pays too much for surf insurance because the waves are always breaking.
And it's
So-
the choice of a new generation.
But boom.
Rory missed that completely.
Yeah.
I did. I was thinking about the choice thing.
It's like you pay too much for surf insurance because the waves are always breaking.
Ah, very good. That's a very, very good joke. I didn't get it when I read it, but it makes sense now. Shall we keep that, or are you just going to change it every week now? Anyhow, it's quite funny. I think we
Oh
should
no,
do
I
that.
was just thinking of changing it up. You know, new season, new us.
Yeah, this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when
Three
I have
episodes in.
COVID, Eddie has
Yes.
too much to do during the week, and Duncan has nothing to do during the week. He has prepared this whole podcast for you all, so I hope you enjoy it. And if you don't,
So we're just
leave
going to sit back and Duncan's going to talk and
Yeah.
we're just going to periodically slag him off.
it- exactly.
Yeah. Wow. No, that sounds too much like real life.
Duncan, since you've prepared
Shut
this,
up,
do you want to do the
Duncan.
housekeeping as well?
Yeah, can do some
Have you
housekeeping.
seen Duncan's housekeeping?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here and drink my Coke.
Cat, can you come and do this for me?
Hey, I take offense to that. I run the Hoover round.
Hey, y'all don't say that.
Y'all don't say that.
It's a house of learned doctors.
Listeners, thank you for listening. If you're a first time listener, click like, click subscribe. If you've found us on the service that you usually use, that's great. We're doing something right. We have video on Spotify on Mondays. We have video on YouTube on Wednesdays. And Rory will upload this. He says Monday. He did Tuesday last week. It'll be whatever day.
I had COVID.
Whatever day Rory feels like it. And obviously, if you do like what you listen to, make sure you give it 5 stars or thumbs up or whatever it is nowadays. To
We're
give us
5-star men.
maximum points.
Four.
And that's
three
about
and a half.
So what's everyone been up to this week?
I had COVID, by the way.
You had COVID. We've
How many-
assessed that. Did,
How
did
many
you play
times I
Mario
said
Kart and watched anything cool?
Yes. So the good thing about having COVID is that I basically bossed Netflix and Disney Plus. Lucy and I watched, almost finished Cobra Kai. I finished The Witcher. We finished some really crap television of Queer Eye.
It's great.
She thinks it's great. And
God, what have you become? Is that a symptom of COVID?
And, I think it might be. And and then we played Mario
Well, they
Party.
do say you lose all taste.
Oh, keep that in the bag. That was good.
Oh.
So yeah, and I also watched.
Downtown.
I also watched the Eternals, which I think we're going to talk about in this episode.
Not a lot.
and not a lot about it, but I watched it finally because it's finally streamable on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And I want to start a program called Dope Sick, which my brother put me onto.
Yeah. Andrew was telling me about that. He says it's really good.
Eddie, how have you been?
Fine, busy. A lot of
Fine.
a lot of life admin going on this week, so it's been quite draining.
I love that you're like
Sure, you
like
don't have COVID.
He's like the Carl Pilkington of our trio. He's just so monotone. How was your week? Yes, fine. Yeah.
He got too raging at this fake narrative that Lewis Hamilton could leave F1.
Oh, is he
It's
fuck?
fake.
He
It's
wants
just
his
super-
he wants
maybe-
his
maybe he's
eighth,
depressed.
doesn't he? He wants his
Duncan, so we're just talking about how I'm Carl Pilkington and very monotone. You go and load that bullshit on me?
eighth. Yeah, now he's not going to be happy.
Right, I'm off.
Yeah.
See you later. Right? No, busy week, so yeah,
Fair
I'm
enough.
ready for the weekend. It's Saturday morning here. So
Nice.
Yeah,
It's
There
Not
is already
Saturday
half
morning.
half.
busy
this
weekend
weekend.
ahead.
Busy weekend.
Busy
Yeah.
weekend.
Duncan,
But-
how have you been? What's been going on this week?
Not much. Finished painting half our bedroom last week. Could have finished the rest of it today. So see a man about some paint.
What
Uh,
color?
It's willow green. Off the top of my
Oh. Willow green.
I think it's called that. if I'm wrong.
You want to really go close to the microphone when you say that and go, Willow green.
Green.
Nice radio voice.
Willow green.
Apart from that, finishing off coursework, and then I watched we watched the Eternals. We're just about finished Bosch on Amazon Prime, and then Kat started watching that Stay Close that Eddie was talking about. It seems pretty cool, so I think I'm gonna try and catch up on that maybe tomorrow.
Is that on Netflix?
That is on Netflix. It's got an interesting cast. It's got like the really good British actors in it, I would say, across the board.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting. The twins. Did either of you watch Titans?
Yes,
No.
with
First-
Nightwing.
Yeah. Do you remember the first season with the nuclear family? With like the assassins. Remember the assassins at all? No.
No.
Shaking his
No.
head. That's a
No.
Eddie will know. The people that are like the country club assassin people. They're
Fuck, I
creepy.
don't
The
remember
couple,
that. It
the
was
girl
so
with the red hair
That's-
and the posh boy.
That's
Yeah,
too
they
much.
were so creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's too much. I have seen that.
Okay.
It's It looks like it's really. It looks like it's got a bit of. I want to say horror is the wrong word, but inherent creepiness.
Yeah,
Inherent
very
creepy.
creepy, very sort
Unsettling.
of like
Yeah.
very unsettling. No, yeah, it's really good actually. It's one of these things that I'm almost surprised it wasn't out on the BBC first, because it's got that very BBC feel about it,
It does, doesn't it? Yeah,
which is
very
like-
British.
which is totally a good thing because the BBC pump out some amazing stuff.
Yeah. I still haven't finished, but the one other BBC thing that's on Netflix is Jiri Haji, which is that Japanese murder
Yes.
mystery.
Yeah,
That's BBC, I think.
that's BBC. I think it's
Yeah.
somewhere else. Yeah, it's BBC and they've done
It's
some
so
good stuff
good.
recently.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I didn't even finish it when I was ill, but it was so good.
It's
I'll
too
go
busy-
back
too
to
busy
that.
watching
I'll fin-
everything else.
Too busy watching
Too busy
Queer
watching
Eye.
Queer Eye.
Unforgivable.
Lucy absolutely loves it, and then like some of the men in it are just, you know, when I'm fine with
believe-
gay people, but like when you're overly camp,
Oh, it's a slippery slope.
just
Oh,
when you're
yeah, wow.
overly camp, I get a bit
Ooh,
uncomfortable.
prepare to be cancelled, Roy.
PC principle.
Let's go back through Roy's Twitter and see if we can find something from 10 years ago.
Just kicks open the door behind him.
Yeah,
Are you PC, bruh?
pulls me away.
Bruh.
Shall we get on with the topics then?
Yeah, kind of are.
Okay.
Going through. What did you make of the Eternals? Eddie won't have seen the Eternals, so we have to explain it to him.
So the Eternals is a Marvel property that bombed in the cinema. I watched it on Disney Plus because it was available to stream on Wednesday, and it was fine.
It's a film.
I could not. It's a
Yeah.
film. Yeah, I could not tell you the names of any of the characters other than maybe Icarus, played by Scotland's own.
Mm-hmm.
What's the actor called again?
Richard Madden.
Richard Madden.
He's in it.
He was really good.
Bodyguard,
He was really good in it, actually. I thought he was quite good. I thought the story was very quick. It's the first time Marvel have really introduced like 12 new characters and then tried to make you feel for them. And like Richard Madden and the girl, Cersei, they had like a romance bit, like half an hour into the movie, and I'm like, I don't know who these guys are. Why do I care that they're banging on a rock? And then
Gemma Chan.
yeah, that's her. And then that happens, and you're meant to like feel like, oh, they were together. That's great. And then someone, like a bunch of people die, and you're like, well, I didn't know who they were, so why do I really care that they've died? This person is like turning into a different angry being every so often and trying to kill her mates. I didn't really care about that because I didn't know about the character. They just seemed to rush it a lot, and then it kind of ended. And then and I was like, cool. And then they did the post-credit scene of Kit Harington, and then I was like, oh, I meant to care about this guy as well. And then I thought I heard Nick Fury's voice in the background, but then it turns out it's Mahershala Ali.
Yep. Blade.
Which is cool as fuck. And then the second post-credit scene, I was okay with. I'm actually okay with it. When I first found out about it, I was like, fuck that, that's ridiculous. But I was actually, he seems fine. I'm actually excited to see what he does.
Yeah.
I give the
you can say
movie
that
an
is-
overall fine.
Overall, fine. I would
Yeah.
agree. I would say that it was fine. There's a lot of wasted potential. They
That's what I
should
said.
have. Yeah, I agree. There are a lot of wasted potential. They should have. Try to think this way through. You remember Falcon and the Winter Soldier? That should have been a film. This should have been a 6-hour TV series.
Agreed.
You can't introduce 10 new people and a whole new way of things in the space of 2 hours. It doesn't work.
Agreed. And the
that's
time,
pretty evident.
they jumped a lot with time. And
Yeah.
if you weren't really, really paying attention, and I was quite ill, so...
Yeah. You only care about 4 people. You only care about maybe 4 or 5 out of the 10, which is kind of shows why you needed it to be a TV show. I like the style. It reminded me a lot of Dune. Like I liked some of the shots. I thought it was very.
I've heard good things about Dune.
It's very. It sounds wrong word. It's like actually visually, it's very good. Like cinematography, it's stunning, but it's kind of boring. Like you say, it's kind of boring. You don't really care about people.
Yeah.
Read more time with them to understand why they're good. I also think the soundtrack was. I also think that there's not really a unique selling point to it. Like Guardians of the Galaxy has the rock music, and I was saying to Kat that one of the things they could have done with them is because they're kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy in a way. They should have done like heavy metal as their theme.
I mean, the starting track was Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd, and I was so in. I was like, this is class. And they were in London. But then I didn't really notice any other music after that.
No. I think they should have gone I like Comfortably Numb, and I think they should have done like real rock music, like heavy metal music. I think would have been quite cool. Or done really different.
Or
kinds of
kept
music
in
for
that
different
era,
people.
you know, or just kept in that sort of weird, spacey Pink Floyd prog rock.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah, it's just things to make it better. Because it's not that there's just like I said, wasted potential, and that villain was like useless. The guy, Bill
garbage.
Skarsgård, was just.
Was that who it was? The weird, like,
we don't need to
sentient thing.
Yeah, the sentient thing.
What are they called? What are they called again?
Deviants.
Deviants.
That's the thing. You're introducing too much in 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
So,
that was another thing
it's,
I didn't get. It was this big animal thing, and they were like, "Oh, this animal can heal," and then the deviant, kills another guy and steals his power. But as he steals the power, he turns more into a man. And I kind of went, interesting. Where are they going to go with this? And then they went nowhere, and he died later on.
Yeah, it's evident it could have been coulda, shoulda, woulda sidekicks of Captain Hindsight would have been a better TV
It was.
show.
It reminded me a lot of Steppenwolf from the Justice League movie.
Yeah,
Like,
That's
didn't
what
really.
Eddie brought this point up about Marvel, is that they spend too much time they're now spending too much time trying to, even though they have to, they're not telling good stories or like
Yeah.
they're just trying to reintroduce a whole bunch of characters.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. We'll see what happens
said
with.
that.
You did say that. I said that.
We'll see what happens with the new era of like characters we already know. Like the Thor movie's coming out, which is another Taika Waititi movie. Stoked on that.
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman's back in it. I'm looking forward to that.
Thor, Natalie Portman. I know this.
The Spider-Man movie ended really well.
Had me.
I had a chat with my brother and with Lloyd Jones, and we all kind of thought that maybe Tom Holland's done with like individual Spider-Man movies now. Like maybe that's his trilogy is done and they've shut the door because no one knows he's Peter Parker anymore. He's just going to be your friendly neighborhood guy.
Massive spoiler alert.
Spoiled that, yeah.
Why?
Hadn't even watched it yet.
What did I say?
You said nobody knows.
Nobody knows who he is anymore.
Oh fuck!
Well, everyone knows now, Rory.
Yeah, but I just feel like he's signed on to however many movies, but I think it'll be more of a cameo thing, like in Civil War and Infinity War and things.
I think they're making Spider-Man 4, but I could be wrong.
They've not announced anything
Thinking
yet,
about it.
you know. But I think that was a nice closing movie for his trilogy, you know.
Yeah, they don't need to do any more. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
We're fed up with Tom Holland, aren't we?
Yeah, and
that's it,
also
yeah.
the more I see about that Uncharted movie, the more I'm not thinking it's going to be good. I mean,
No,
it's got
but
Mark
there's-
Wahlberg in it, so I thought it wasn't going to be good anyway.
What?
Mark Wahlberg's just running around being like, hey, you want to see this gold treasure? Say hi to your mother for me, okay? I don't fucking know, Mark Wahlberg.
What was that?
Solid impression.
I'm ill. That's
he's
just
got
my
COVID.
Further confirmation that taste has been lost.
Yes. Oh, I love it. You're on a roll today.
It's gone too far.
It's gone too far. It's full
But,
blownsies.
Moving on to something that I'm also kind of on the fence about. Oh, maybe you guys didn't hear that. That's fine.
Yeah, on the fence about.
Mm.
Was that a joke and we missed it because it was so shit?
No, I was just a segue,
Alright.
but I thought Duncan, because he's made this. So I'm
Oh
just,
right, no.
I'm just trying to
I just
progress
made
the
things to
chat.
talk about. Progress the chat. Oh yeah. So why do you not like Pokemon? Are we talking about Pokemon here? Just to make sure I'm
We
on the
are.
right thing.
There was a 13-minute
what are you on the
gameplay
fence
trailer
Yep.
that was released. I don't know if I'm.
But
I have an
no one
opinion.
no one had 13 minutes this week, so apart from me.
I watched the first
I did.
2 minutes.
I watched it all.
Oh, that's good.
I watched it all.
What do you
I-
think? I think it looks fun. If you have a Switch, you should probably buy it
I
and
do
then
have a
let us know
Switch.
what it's like.
Oh yeah, I
My-
should probably
my-
do that.
My hot take, my really well thought of opinion is it looks really good if you're like 12.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's gonna take like a lot of time to do things,
Mm.
and it's the sort of thing you need like a solid sit down to play. It doesn't really look like I just don't know. I don't see how I could dip in and out of it.
I pick up and play.
With like 10, 15 minutes here or there. So I kind of just I think maybe Pokemon needs to be that though, for kids. And
Yeah.
we just need to accept that it was part of our childhood, and we grow up, and it's like, bye Pokemon.
Like Andy with the toys, it says there's a sad Pikachu.
Yeah,
I think
which I'm okay with. It looks
I think-
ace though. It looks like the game we wish we had when we were kids.
Yeah. It's a game I wish I had now.
Yeah,
I think Eddie's right. I agree that it is for kids, and I think it's hilarious that you get these YouTube gamers and reviewers and stuff from IGN and everyone being like, "Oh, it's too easy," you know, especially
Yeah.
from Sword and Shield. They thought it was way too easy. It's like it's a fucking kids game.
yeah.
It's the first non-linear Pokemon game that I've seen. It looks like they've taken a lot from Breath of the Wild, the Zelda game, where there's
Yeah.
lots of there's lots
the origin.
there's lots of crafting involved, which has never been a thing. And like you almost have
Minecraft.
to from what I saw is you have to craft your own Pokeballs now rather than go to a shop and buy them.
No, you can
You
buy
have-
them.
Oh, you can buy them as well.
There are
But then
shops.
the fact that it is I like the fact that they've done this open world thing, but maybe I don't know. I'll play it and see.
But
But
see,
it's
that's
it's
it. It hooks you in. It hooks you in. You go, yeah, okay. Pokemon,
Yeah.
I'll play it. But you're right about pick up and play, Eddie, because finding the time to actually. I think we've talked about this before, where some games just require too much time. That's where, like, Back for
Yeah.
Blood is really good, because
Yeah.
we can drop into a game and the levels are relatively quick.
Yeah, we could play like 2 or 3 levels in a night, and if we wanted to, as a yeah.
Well, that's the thing with
Whereas
the
you can drop
open
into
world
120
game
per
compared
Battlefield
to
and be
the games that came out before it, which are very linear. You can jump in
Yeah.
for 15 minutes and do what you want it to do, and then switch off. Whereas an open world game can take, there's no set mission, there's no set level. It doesn't even look like you can or how you level up your roster.
Yeah, I think part of it's
Yeah.
the route system. So if you think about one of the core things about the original games was that,
Yeah.
let's say, Route 13. You can do Route 13 in an hour.
Exactly. You
and
could be like,
can
right, all
kill
I'm going to
5
do
trainers,
is
But it doesn't look like there's any trainers either.
yeah. And there's also,
But
from
you
what
could-
I can see, is there's no badge system either. There's no
maybe,
talk
maybe
about
that'll arrive, though.
no talk about.
But then there
gyms or
was even
badges.
like you could just walk through. I'm just going to get through this bit of like tall grass, and then press save and come back to it another day. Whereas this just looks like you're highly likely to forget what you were doing.
Exactly, that's what I think. Yeah, you come back
And
to it, and
You'll
you're like,
you'll come back to it, and you'll be like, I can catch him. Oh, I was crafting Pokeballs. That's what I was doing.
yeah. Or it's like it's
Yeah.
kind of like reminds me of Red Dead. Like if you hadn't played Red Dead in like a week and you log back in, you're like, oh fuck, what was I up to?
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll
Looks
for the
Looks
good
cool,
of the
though.
pod, I will buy it and I will play it and I'll let you know.
It does look. It's just like Eddie
So
said.
much
It's definitely one you
sacrifice.
wanted. Like that's exact. It looks
Yeah.
exactly like the sort of thing we would have killed people for.
Mhm.
As
back in the
kids.
day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of killing people,
Hey.
the murder mystery Murderville show. I
Looks
can't remember.
good.
Is it called Murderville? Murder
Yeah,
it
mystery
is, yeah.
Murderville. Starring
Yeah.
Will Arnett, and
Hey.
the only scripted actor in, and I guess the other people are scripted as well. But then he has
Yeah, and
a
I think
sidekick that isn't scripted.
Yeah, but then I suppose he has to improvise off what they say. So I think there's a bit of a script maybe that sets it off, and for each scene, I think.
Yeah,
And
there'll
then
be
it
a
just sort of goes
scenario.
off at a tangent. Yeah,
Uh,
I've been watching Arrested Development, and I think Will Arnett's character is a Job.
He's
Job.
so good.
Job.
Job.
He's my favorite character.
Oh,
Yeah,
mine too.
he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We'll give it a watch. What's it
looks
going
good.
to be on? Netflix. Nice.
Netflix. Yeah.
The
I think
goat.
one of the things that would be key for Murderville will be the guest stars, because some people are really good at ad lib
Mhm.
or improvising,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and some people are
Like-
not.
Will Arnett. People that have kind of grown up as comic actors, and gone into more of a serious role, albeit he's still a bit of a comic actor. They're just a lot better at like speaking on their feet and top of their head.
So they're having Annie Murphy. No idea who that is.
Eddie
Conan
Murphy's
O'Brien. All right.
I don't know.
Conan
I just guessed.
O'Brien. That's going to be hot garbage.
Oh, I don't know.
Ken Jeong will be good.
That'll be good. Kumail Nanjiani.
Oh, that's
idea.
that's from the Eternals, and also I couldn't stop laughing because obviously of his
Oh, that's
cameo in Big Mouth, season 5.
is he?
Ah.
Kumail with a C. When he,
Marshall
Jim
Lynch.
Rose.
Who's that?
he was a football player,
right.
American football player.
Yeah.
And Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone. Now she was in a murder mystery film, famously.
So,
very
should be
good. Good knowledge, Duncan.
So, yeah. So famously, she's famous. Technically, that one could be really good, or that one could be hot garbage.
Yes. Yeah, that's cool. I might get into that. Is it on the BBC? Netflix.
As Eddie already said.
But it's all based
Before
on
COVID.
it's all based on a thing off the BBC, isn't it? It's Murder in Successville,
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
which I never watched. But
I didn't either, but I know of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I can give it a look. Yeah. It sounds
Yeah.
cool, doesn't it?
Duncan, because you've set up this this podcast, I just read our next topic. Are you planning on playing this game?
What? God of War?
God of War.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you played it yet?
Yeah. No, I haven't played it yet.
Oh.
I'm going to get it from... I will
This
get it
is
on
what's
PC,
got me
or
very
maybe in a sale.
excited. Because it was a PlayStation-only title. The fact that it's on PC now, I'm very excited for everyone else to play this game. Because it was my... it's probably my favorite game I've ever played. Ever. It's fucking incredible. And
it sounds good. I'm curious about it. I'm excited to play it because I've already got Horizon Zero Dawn. Because that came out for
This
PC.
God of War is 100% better.
And then God of War's come out. But the point is that so basically Sony are now just releasing all their exclusives on another console, on another
system
thing. So are they kind of devaluing the PlayStation a little bit, not a lot?
Yeah, well, that's because it was old generation games. You know, I think God of War has been out now for like 4 years.
That's true, but then the next God of War is coming to PC, and then
well, I guess they're
next
probably just trying
Horizon
to.
is coming to PC.
They're probably just trying to kick it off at Microsoft or whatever, and be like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I think Game Pass has thrown them. Because Eddie and I both have Game Pass, and it's
so do I.
insane.
I have
you
Game Pass
as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's insane. It's
I don't know why I'm
the
paying for
value
it
money
here. But yeah, maybe
Well, it's a
that's
whole
why.
different,
Maybe they've just had. Yeah, maybe they have been done by Game Pass, and their Game Pass version isn't very good. They've got like PS Plus or something, or PS Now.
Yeah, it sounds disgusting.
PS Now.
Just sounds like it's got COVID.
PS Plus. PS Plus sounds like a venereal disease.
It sounds like the new.
I'm sorry to inform you, sir, but you have PS Plus. No!
What about PS
I use
Now?
protection.
Should have used the firewall. No.
Hey,
Oh, good, very good.
you can see why they're doing it. It's a whole different type of gamer. That's what Microsoft's always had. They've always been able to do well because they've not just had people playing it on console. They've had people playing it on PC.
Yeah.
So it's like basically it's two markets. They're basically releasing a game to two markets. Whereas PlayStation, I suppose, has traditionally always just released to one market, and now they've maybe gone.
We didn't get that many sales.
Yeah.
I really hope it does well. I want it to do well on PC because the dream scenario is that Nintendo finally become a software company and start releasing things on things like Xbox and PC. And we could finally play all these Nintendo games that we don't need a separate console to play.
Oh, just buy a Switch. They're class. They're
I don't
probably
know, I
not.
kind of want a Steam Deck, but they're really expensive.
Oh, that's that PC version of a Switch, right? That's actually
yeah,
better.
so basically a PC Switch, yeah.
Yeah, a PC Switch.
Yeah, it's a Switch. It's a Switch, but on like steroids.
Yeah.
Where it's gonna be.
Can you get God of War on the Switch?
Nah.
No,
You get
it's a
Skyrim.
PC Switch. You can get Skyrim on Switch.
If Bod were here, he'd probably be stoked on that.
Still play it every now and again. It's still on my hard drive. Just
Oh, it's so good. It's so good to jump back in and out of, isn't it?
Yeah, Switches are expensive.
Yeah, they're still
Still.
holding their price, man. They're still doing really
Only
well.
32 gigabyte hard drive. How do you store games?
You can get a
Memory
micro
stick.
SD and stick that in there. But this is the thing. I think when and if Nintendo releases Switch 2.0, the main Switch will actually go down in price because it's the only, other than the Switch Portable, the Switch Lite, those are the only two available. So I feel like that's why they're holding their price so well, because they keep actually coming out with new games to
Also,
play.
It's only 720p HD.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Whereas
how can you? Like,
Whereas it's only 720p in handheld. When you stick it in
even
the
those
dock,
glasses can't fix that.
when you stick it in the dock and project it to your television, then it's HD, I think.
Ugh. But the whole point is that you're
Even
playing
glasses.
like that.
You got a big 4K television playing 1080p.
Oh, could you imagine 720p on? Like you've got like a 4K and it's just 720. You're just like, kill me.
So many pixels.
It would actually look like playing Minecraft,
Yeah.
but not intentionally.
Unintentionally.
Unintentionally.
Hilarious.
Oh, Oh no! See, that's the thing. And then they released the OLED. They're releasing this next one that's supposed to be upped. I'm not sure if it's full 1080p or 4K or something. But then Eddie, look up. If you think the Switches are expensive, go look up a Steam Deck price.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
fuck that. That's going to be so
Fuck
much
that.
more expensive. What's the Switch sitting at?
260.
260. Is that with a game?
That's pretty much what I paid for it.
No, I think that was just the thing. Steam Deck. Oh, there's one for £3.08 on AliExpress.
That'll be made of cardboard.
I can't actually see any for sale.
I think you have to go on the Steam page.
No, it's because it's auto-filled something shit into the search bar. Nope, £3.08.
£3. It sounds really.
AliExpress.
Are you sure it's not
That's a
300?
bargain, Duncan. Why are you bitching? £3.08. AliExpress.
Steam promotions, Steam Deck. There it is.
Get it bought.
So the base one, a 64 gig hard drive or solid state hard drive, is
So it's already
£349.
there.
$240. So it's cheaper.
240. Then the next one up is 256 gig, 459, and the next one's 569.
What
Still-
sort of how many P's is it rocking?
How many pixels?
I don't know.
If you're
4K.
gonna buy it, you're gonna get the 459 one because the 64 gigabyte isn't even a solid state drive.
Yeah, and you're not going to be able to put. You're only going to have like one game on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once
but
you
then
get a memory
I'm
card.
assuming it's got you can extend the storage. So
Trying to find
And if
the,
it's is it powered by Steam? So surely you can like download it from the cloud.
it's electricity.
Oh,
Oh, you're
no,
on
the
fire
heat-
today.
The heat coming up. The heat coming from Aberdeen.
I know.
Could fuel the fucking country today.
Need some aloe vera for that burn. He just keeps knocking them out the
Pop, pop.
park.
Hardware.
You
Jesus.
set them up and I lay them out.
Do you know what? I found everything else about the Steam Deck, but I cannot find the screen size or like
The screens or the screen.
resolution. Yeah, 7-inch touchscreen. Ew.
Easy.
AMD.
Got one of them.
powered.
Hey.
It's 1280 by 800.
That's 7
so-
inches, isn't it?
That's
yeah?
more than 720.
Oh, that's more than 7
More than
inches.
720.
Oh no, that. So I heard that your thumb and your first 3 fingers is an inch.
That can't be right. That's a lie. Someone's lied to you there, Roy.
Everyone listening right now is like, oh fuck, oh no.
Yeah, shit, no.
Just going like,
Oh no! Where's my ruler?
Get the tape measure. No, the
Very
good
good.
one.
the good one, the one I made.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is huge. It is 1280.
1280.
It's all right. It's better than 720.
Yeah.
Better than 720. Yeah.
Nice.
It'll be 60 FPS as well. So it'll be.
1280 by 800 screen that is optimized for gaming in 720p.
Oh no.
No.
On that note-
Couldn't only do 720. Oh no.
On that note, Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. You saw Suicide Squad. Eddie, did you see Suicide Squad?
I did
No.
not see the new one.
Have you not seen the new one?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. I thought you had, bro.
No.
Ah, right.
Denied.
Well, we'll scrap
Yeah.
that. We'll scrap that then.
I mean, you can talk about it. It's John Cena.
Steel Panther. What's the song in it? Steel Panther do a song to that exact tune.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the tune?
What's the tune? Someone
Sing
I
it.
don't know.
go and listen to it, Rory, and you'll.
Yeah, Rory will know if you
Yeah.
watch the opening. If you watch the stuff we put up during the break.
Yes.
Yeah,
very,
I don't
very,
know.
very true. Right, hold on. Let me
It's
listen
your
to this.
kind of like it's that spot. It's that Steel Panther rip-off era of music.
Already, I fucking love it. Oh my god. I don't know what's happening.
Yes.
Live watch along. That was the song.
Live watch along.
I know, we're just listening to my reactions to it. Well done, everyone, for tuning into That's Class this week. I mean, it's weird. There's a bunch of people dancing and not really having any facial expressions. But I'm digging the soundtrack in the background. It's not a Steel Panther song. I fucking love it though. Oh my god!
Content.
No, sorry, audio listeners. You should just watch us on Spotify video or YouTube. This is so fucking good.
It's funny. It is quite funny.
I need to find out who this band is.
Oh, do you really, bro? Do you really?
Do you really
want to?
Do you really want
Do
to
you not just want to
think
put Shazam on, and Shazam will probably...
Do you really want to? Do you really want to taste it?
I'm sure that was a Steel Panther song.
I mean, it's 80s.
Is it Weenie Ride?
It's 80s music. Same chord progression as Weenie Ride, yeah.
Not Weenie Ride.
That was cool.
What's this?
Oh. I like.
Is it?
That was fun.
No, it's not that.
Listeners, I hope you had fun too. I had fun. If you've not watched it, I'd recommend watching it. I love 80s music.
It is. It's Wigwam's Do You Want to Taste It?
There you go. I do. Yes, please. I'm not sold on the character. He never really sold it for me at Suicide Squad. I don't know if I'll watch his solo movie, other than the fact that I really liked that song that was in the background. And also the awkward silence at the very end with the eagle kind of moving around was quite funny as well.
Yeah. You haven't seen Suicide Squad though, so you don't know the arc of his
I don't know
character
his
in that
arc.
film.
Is he super into 80s music?
No.
Okay.
Well, the whole it's a James Gunn film, so there's a lot of music in it.
Ah, yeah, he does like to base his films around music.
So he's very much... He gets hired the same time as Idris Elba's character.
Mm.
And...
Oh, they have the same
Waller
ability.
Says,
I heard about
hiring
this.
you
Yeah.
for this, and then she pulls out Peacemaker, and she says, "I do everything you do, but better."
Yeah.
So there's kind of this arrogance, and he thinks basically everything he does is for peace. So that includes like murdering everybody in a room, but it's for peace.
Okay.
And that's fine.
It's kind of like Thanos' ideology.
Yeah, a little bit of Anakin Skywalker in there as well.
Yeah. The Sand People.
The Sand People, yeah.
Poor
very
Sand
much.
People.
He's very much just does whatever he's told. It's quite. He's brutal. Efficient would be the right word. But also he has like this pet ego, which is just bizarre. It just looks completely mad. No, I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was very funny video. Once again, it's kind of very James Gunn-esque.
You know how basically all Marvel stuff is ending up on Disney Plus? Where are the DC stuff ending up on? Is it HBO Max?
Netflix.
Is it Netflix?
Oh, HBO Max for some of it. No, that's Warner Brothers.
Sky Atlantic.
Someone Sky, someone Amazon, someone Amazon Prime Home Video's got a few of them. I don't know. Eddie's watching things.
I don't know what Eddie's watching, but shall we move on to a thing that Eddie hosts?
Do I?
I'm
trying to find out.
I love it.
Trying to find out what the Steel Panther song is.
It's the same.
Obviously, Steel Panther's like a rip-off on like loads of songs, but
yeah.
I'm trying to find the one, but I can't.
I've not listened to their albums in a while. The last album I heard, I think, was Balls of Steel. So I've only got Balls Out.
Since then, you've had All You Can Eat, which includes songs such as Glory Hole, Bukake Tears, Gang Bang at the Old Folks Home.
So it might be
When You Don't Talk.
It might. I can.
The album,
I can probably agree with the fact that Steel Panther have probably done a piss take with this song in mind, because the song is clearly about something.
Yeah.
And it's a good chord progression and it's a good chorus. So they've probably done something similar. But we'll find out later. If you guys know, people are probably screaming at their iPods. If you know, write to us. At Eddie on Instagram. And then just shout down your iPod what it is. Give him a voice message. He loves those.
Yeah.
Call
so
him.
many of them.
Call him. He loves
Don't
being
phone me.
he
Don't
loves
fucking
being
phone
on the
me.
phone.
I won't answer.
You can't answer when you're driving.
Don't even bother leaving a voicemail because I won't even listen to that. Just send a fucking text. Phone calling is the worst.
Make sure you call. Make sure you call them at either sort of 8:30 in the morning, or perhaps like just after you get sent night, so like 10 to 6.
Guaranteed not to answer. Guaranteed.
Optimum times. Optimum
Right.
times.
What's next?
Oh, I'm waiting on Eddie to try and figure out his segue into trailer time.
Yeah, I know. Trying to bait him into it.
It's funny when
it has to happen naturally.
It has to happen naturally. You've ruined
Has
it
to
by
happen
like
naturally.
hinting at it. You've ruined it.
I was hinting
That's
at it for the
exactly-
last 10 minutes and you never caught on because you've
Yeah.
been trying to figure out what
No
Steel
trailer time
Panther
for
wrote
you.
down.
But you've ruined it. You've ruined it. So up next, everyone, we have trailer time. How are you doing? This is a segment hosted by me, apparently, and it's about trailers that I have watched and I like.
I kind of like how shit this podcast is sometimes.
That's the interesting thing here is you never know what you're gonna get.
you never know what you're going to get.
You might like the intro to trailer time, and then one week it's just boom, it's gone because Rory spoiled it. If you want to send your complaints, you can do a voicemail message to something on Instagram. There's like 4 accounts you'll find Rory on, so just one of them. No, but I mean, you might just be like reversing off a trailer one time, and it might just be going like beep, 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 and then it's trailer time. So
Here it fucking goes.
psych.
Jesus Christ.
But it's interesting how this says a red band trailer.
Yeah.
Trailer time.
Do you know what's the worst thing about trailer time is the song that Eddie goes, Duncan loves the song so much, but we're on a Zoom call, so it's never in line. So Duncan's like tapping along out of time. I don't know what it's like in the final recording, but for me it's atrocious.
Hopefully it'll be okay.
But I love how,
He's
I love how
he's out
happy
of sync in my ears as well.
I love how happy he is about it though. He's like, yes, here it comes.
Yes.
Anyway,
Trailer time.
is that we're doing that for the second time now, are we?
I fucking
Is this a
teed
s-
that up for you to do
This
it
is a
into it.
podcast within a podcast, as Rory usually says, but obviously,
Yet again,
you know,
everyone,
COVID's
Rory's
affected.
ruined it.
COVID's
Man
affected his
has no
reflexes
taste.
apparently.
We'll be back on track next week, don't worry.
Doubt.
Doubtful.
X, Blue X, doubt.
Survey says.
Denied.
Denied. Let's kick it off, lads, with the Legend of Vox Machina trailer, Red Band trailer.
Red Band trailer.
Is this in solid That's Class trailer time fashion? I've only
watched
watched 2 out of the 3 trailers of this.
Yeah, me too. The middle two.
Yeah, me too.
You can watch it and I can tell you about it.
Yeah, go for it.
Tell us. Tell me.
So
teach me.
this show is quite interesting because it was a Kickstarter show. It was funded in the space of 45 minutes to a couple hours, maybe like an hour and a
It's
half.
risky,
2 hours.
risky funding right
Well
there.
over. Basically it's based off of a YouTube series done by a bunch of voice actors. Okay, so they're all friends in real life, and they got together and they played a game of Dungeons and Dragons that lasted 115 episodes of 4 hours each, right?
Nerds.
And then because they're all voice they openly go, yeah, we're totally nerdy, and because they're voice actors, they voice all the characters and they go through this campaign, and it's got a really good story and they develop their characters and stuff, and then they basically decide, oh, we'd love to make an animated series for our fans. They're really popular. They get like over 2 million views per video, stuff like that, and then they basically said, oh, we would like to make an animated short for people, and then bang, they got like a full 22 episode series, and obviously all the voice actors play all the characters in the TV show, which is kind of cool.
I see.
That's cool.
I mean, I'll
never
watch
seen
the
a- I've never seen
trailer.
a TV
and I'll
show.
see. I'll watch the trailer
Never seen
finally, and I'll
a-
see how I feel. I don't know if that sold it for me, but
Well, it's very interesting because of the way it was made. Like I find that the actual way that how it's come about, it's not a regular TV show. It's not just been written by all the content was acted out in episodes on YouTube, and it was all
Right.
improv done at the time. And then obviously all those character arcs are now being turned into a real TV show.
but the TV show is scripted.
The TV show, yeah, they had to take. Well, obviously each episode's like
Yeah,
video on YouTube.
because
4
Dungeons and
hours,
Dragons
so-
isn't scripted generally, right?
No,
Yeah.
no. So a lot of the stuff, and of course they've made it like an R-rated TV show as well, because they spend a lot of time just swearing and stuff
Fair enough.
in the YouTube show. Yeah, I thought it was interesting show. And it's funny to see a red band thing.
Yeah. Especially about Dungeons and Dragons. It's a bit strange. Moving on
Moving
to
on, I can't remember what's next.
the fourth Jackass movie
Jackass.
has released. It's out February 4th. Released the trailer this week, or the final trailer even. First off the bat, first opinions, Johnny Knoxville looks super old.
Yeah.
They
all look super
They
old.
all look super old. And it's also...
But years and years of smashing into things will probably do that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it'll probably be amazing and I'll watch it. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, they just look like old men now. Like, you remember when they used to dress up as old men and have, like, fake testicles? It's kind of like they're there now. And it's a bit... I don't know if it'll be as funny, or maybe it is as funny.
I
but-
think it will be, because you know they're older and they're doing the exact same shit they did like 20 odd years
when they
ago.
were in their 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck,
That's gonna hurt
Some of
a
it,
lot.
They're still getting into a ring with a bull. What a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, they're getting a boxer to
and
punch
then-
them in the nuts.
And then nailing stuff at each other. Oh, like it's just playing in the background now, and it's just Johnny Knoxville with one of the ball launchers.
Yeah.
Steve-O coming out of a trailer, and it just cracks him off. And it's all like an old leather football as well.
Ugh.
Cracks him off the head, like, say hello to dementia.
He actually didn't do that one right. What he should have done was made sure it was dipped it in some water, maybe peeled off a couple of bits of the leather football,
yeah,
just
a bit
little
abrasive.
whipping. Yeah, a bit
Yeah.
abrasive. You know, one of those ones that if you got hit with it at school that at break time, that was you done.
Yeah.
And then they've got a brand new
Actually,
fat guy.
Brand new fat
Is that
guy.
new fat
Oh,
guy?
because crap, Wee Man's mate. What was his name? Preston or something.
Oh, Preston, yeah.
sounds about right. Yeah.
He's gone, is he?
Did he
Or maybe
die?
he was smart and didn't want to come back.
Probably, yeah.
He's like, fuck that, I'm 50.
I don't know. There's a few ones. There's ones that are not in that trailer. But the bear one's going to be funny.
Oh, with the honey and
The
the
honey and the
and
salmon.
the salmon,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
In a room and a
Uh,
full-on grizzly bear comes in. Damn. Yeah, it looks ace.
Yeah, it looks. It's one of these things where I might not go to the cinema to see it, but I will definitely watch it.
Nah,
sometime.
I'll probably
you-
wait and
you know
stream
what
it.
you're- You know what you're gonna get as well.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. You're not gonna be let down by the dumb
Definitely. I think it'll also be better to watch with like, maybe a few drinks in.
Yeah, that's quite a good idea.
stuff. What you will also probably need a lot of drinks to watch, because fuck me, they're rebooting something else from our childhood. Bel
Yeah.
Air.
A dramatization of a comedy TV show.
Yeah. Well done. You've run out of ideas.
Well
But
done, Will
what was
Smith. You
popular?
want more money.
Well done,
What
Will
was
Smith.
popular? Fuck, we'll just redo Fresh Prince of Bel Air, but make it a bit darker and a bit more like.
A bit
Did
more.
you ever watch Power?
A bit more like, it reminded me of the
Yeah.
OC. You know the
Yeah.
OC where the guy who's not as well off ends up in jail and then goes home with the lawyer and then he ends up in the OC and now he's like super well off.
Yeah,
I think that's the thing in
was
the
it
OC.
2000,
2003 or something.
2005? I was going to 2005 for the
Yeah.
OC.
But like he like lives in
yeah.
the pool house and he's like a rough kid and he
Yeah.
has
Oh,
to
yeah.
learn to. It's basically the OC, but it's
Yeah, which was basically the
In
Fresh
Bel
Prince.
Air.
So it's basically Bel Air was the first one, and then the OC copied
Yeah.
it. And now this is copying the OC again.
yeah. But they're saying, oh, we're copying Prince of Bel Air.
But I mean, I sort of like, I'm not totally discounting it, because, like,
Yeah, we'll see what it's
honestly, I
like.
was like a massive fan of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
I remember seeing the concept trailer. Like, someone made a trailer with that actor who played Will Smith. And they were like, how cool would it be to make a live-action, serious Prince of Bel-Air TV show? And I remember Will Smith, like, posted on Twitter or, like, was like, this would be such a cool idea. What a great trailer that they've come up with. And now he's, like, executive producer on it. And he's pumped all his money into it.
In many ways, it makes sense, and you get an idea that there's actually something. Well, you see how he gets hunted from.
Yeah, you actually see his playing some ball with some guys and getting into a punch up.
Yeah, and then but it also seems like there's potentially going to be something coming for him from his past.
Yeah,
which he's got to be on the lookout for as he tries to fit in.
I would say that.
I don't know.
I like the idea of it. I think it's a good story because the comedy show had a good storyline to it, so it would be good. But
Will Smith's got some acting chops.
Is this not Will Smith's real life, right? Am I not
loosely based. It's kind of like Entourage with Mark Wahlberg.
I can't remember. So the problem is Will Smith kind of created the character for that, or the characterization of it. So when the serious, because there was a lot of serious moments in the comedy show, and they hit a lot harder because he actually lived them, and they also were tonally completely, when the serious moments happened, they were kind of very sharp compared to the comedy of the laugh track and stuff with the audience. I don't know how it's going to work with a full serious show.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
One particular scene comes to mind where he's talking about his dad, and his dad leaves again, and he like scene. cries to Uncle Phil. That was that's a standout moment in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, but it looks
well made,
and it looks well made. I think it'd be kind of exciting.
I'll give it a watch. It's probably on HBO Max or something, isn't it? Which means
it's on
Sky.
Peacock, I think.
Oh fuck! How are we gonna watch that?
I don't know.
Surely, like,
it'll come on Netflix.
You have all these.
Is Peacock not Sky?
Yeah. No, it's NBC.
Is it NBC Sky? All the NBC stuff.
See if you have a VPN on your laptop or something. Could you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you could pay, you must pay for Peacock. Or Sky. It might all go on Sky.
I've got Sky Go on my laptop.
I think it might be Sky, but I'm not sure.
Because how else are these guys going to get an outside audience rather than Americans to watch their stuff? You know, because we don't have it. So it must be Sky.
Sell it to Sky or Netflix or Amazon. Yeah. They're usually the three.
But it's
big
usually
markers.
later. Like it's usually after the fact.
Yeah.
Which is a bit annoying, but hey ho.
Is what it is.
Last trailer of the week.
Trailer of the week. I just threw this one in because I like I said, I had way too much time on my hands to research all this stuff this week. It's just about some explorers in Denmark, but I thought Eddie would really like it because it brightened Eddie's week because the main actor in it is a massive Leeds fan.
Oh, it's the dude from Game of Thrones.
The dude from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Nikolai Coster. I want to say Waldo.
Yeah.
Waldo?
Yeah, because he was in the Leeds doco.
Yeah.
Titled.
It's got Joe Cole in it as well. He played for West Ham.
And it's got another guy from Game of Thrones, that old guy who was like king or something. I don't know these actors' names.
Oh, they cut off someone's ear. Nah, not watching that. Fuck that shit.
Love it. A little bit of gore.
Yeah, I've not really watched that enough to pass comment.
I mean, I'll give it. It looks good. I'll give it a watch. It's a movie, right?
I believe so. Yes.
I believe so. It is called Against the Ice for people who are listening and don't really know what we're talking about. Against the Ice.
Against the Ice.
1906.
Trying to carry someone over from last week. Someone you've watched in the last week that you'd like to recommend to the group?
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with so far the Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
I watched The Mandalorian and then they pushed the Boba Fett thing, and at first I was like not really feeling it because I was super into The Mandalorian. Watched the first 3 episodes and it's pretty good. I'll probably finish it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I get the feeling though
everyone's got a new favorite Wookiee.
Oh yeah. Although episode 3 I was like, oh okay, I guess he's gone now.
Nah, he'll be back for the final boss fight. Don't worry.
By the way, the funniest scene ever where he's like, "No hard feelings, off you go," and then it's like this wide shot of the Wookiee just running off screen, and it's so awkward. He's in this big Wookiee suit, obviously. Oh, it's so funny. It just showed that they were like clearly in a setting, you know, and it's just like. You didn't shoot that live. There was like screens behind you that are showing the landscape, and it's just like,
dear.
I'll run side stage. It was very funny. I get the feeling that Boba Fett isn't a very good crime lord. He doesn't really know what he's doing, but he wants respect.
Yeah, it was a good intention.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens.
A little bit out of his league.
I'm quite enjoying the fact that they're also showing you how he got out of the Sarlacc pit. And I also love the fact that Parks and Recreation absolutely nailed it. Have you guys seen that yet?
Funny, yeah. I watched that when it
If
first
you've
happened.
not, Eddie, I'll send you the link. But the guy who he's always at the town meetings all the time, and he wants Patton Oswalt, and he wants to like revamp the fact that Boba Fett is still alive in Star Wars, and he basically sets this scene, and it is.
Yeah.
Word for word, scene for scene,
the
beginning of the Book of Boba Fett. It's hilarious.
All right. They must have done that intentionally. There must have been like a whole thing on the go there.
I wonder if like Jon Favreau is like a massive Parks and Rec fan.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, that was good. I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the first 3 episodes so far.
Yeah.
So,
Duncan? Back half has. We also watched the Book of Boba Fett.
do you talk about we as in you and Kat, or you as in the royal we?
The royal we. No. Me and Kat watched Boba Fett. Kat watched the Stay Close thing, and I thought I might actually catch up on that because Eddie was saying it was pretty good. And that's about it, really. I've not watched actually too much. I'm trying to think if we've watched anything else this week. Watched the Eternals, but I wouldn't. Unless you're really into it, I wouldn't recommend.
We'll not
I'll
watch
jump
again.
in.
Fine.
I'll jump in with 2, Duncan.
Yeah.
I'll take 1 for you, and I'll take 1 for me.
Nice.
So, we, as in me and Fiona, have watched 2 things this week. 2 whole 6-episode series. We have watched The Tourist, which is on BBC iPlayer.
Oh, Johnny Depp.
No, that's
it's
not Sam Worthington.
No, fuck! It was right on the tip of my tongue. The boy from
Jamie
boy from
Dornan.
50 Shades, Jamie Dornan.
Jamie
yeah.
Dornan.
And it's set in Australia, so something happens. He wakes up with amnesia, and it's 6 episodes of him working out who he is and all this stuff going on.
Love it.
Pretty good. Really enjoyed it. There was like it does get a bit like surreal at one point, which made me then think back to the rest of what I've watched, and I was like, well, it has kind of been a bit like it's not been like it's serious, but then there is like some weird stuff going on and around about that kind of makes it a bit sort of like quirky in how it's done.
Like
and then
Coen Brothers, I'm thinking.
and then
Pulp Fiction.
the end of it was really good.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The actors, like there's Jamie Dornan, and then there's another girl in it who I kind of recognise from something else, and she was quite good. And then a whole load of actors I've never really heard of.
That's
So it was good. Classic BBC, knocking something out of the park.
Is
And
it on?
also
Is it on BBC iPlayer?
on iPlayer? Yeah.
Nice.
And then also something else that we binged the full 6 episodes of last night. That hit Netflix last night. Ricky Gervais's 3rd season of
Oh man,
Half-Life.
I can't wait to get into that.
So I won't spoil it too much, but I'll just say fucking class.
Yeah. He's such a good writer. It's unreal.
Yeah, cried at the end. At last episode, cried.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, it was ace. It's been such a good series, actually. It's been a really it's funny as fuck, but like the actual deeper stuff behind
Yeah.
a lot of it is like really proper sucks you into the emotion of it all and really sets you thinking.
Is that not like Derek? Remember Derek?
Derek, yeah, funny as
well.
fuck, but really
Funny,
deep.
but
Yeah,
really dark,
that's what
yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais is really good at. Is he's writing comedies,
All
but
this
he's
stuff,
also
yeah.
having this underlying story. One of my
Yeah.
mates over here, he really gravitated to Afterlife because he's had a pretty shit loss in his family, and he says that it's such a well-written story, and even season 3 in the fact of how you deal with loss and how it actually affects people in certain ways, but also it's amazingly funny.
Yeah, no, there's some bits of it. I was absolutely crying laughing watching some of it. But yeah, like I said, we binged all 6 episodes last night without really meaning to.
Oh, epic! Are they still half-an-hour episodes?
Yeah, thereabouts. don't watch the last episode right before you go to bed because you'll need to watch something fun to cheer yourself up.
Okay. Just like you snuggle together, just crying.
That's my pro tip. Don't watch the last episode right before you go to bed.
Okay.
And yes, I had done today's Wordle.
Oh, yeah. Ah, good stuff. How many did it take you?
It took me 3 today, but
Nice.
my proudest moment was the query one I got in 2. I was very happy with that. It was well
The
chuffed.
query one?
I peaked. I was at a peak and was stopped now.
I think that was the last week one, wasn't it? 7 days ago.
What was the query one?
I think it was a few while ago.
Yes.
Query was Tuesday, I think.
Yesterday was tangy or something.
Was it?
And today was...
Yeah, it was a bastard.
today
I've
was
been doing
pick-
a weird thing where I'm still awake at midnight, so I quickly do it.
Yeah.
And forget that I've done it.
Today was panic or something, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panic.
Yeah. Nice. Well, we'll do it. That'll do it
Awesome.
for this week's Charlotte boys.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
so.
I don't know if that was
We've
proper
made it.
English there. We made it. Well done, everyone. You've made it to the end of
Well
the
done,
episode.
everyone.
If you want to contribute to the topics, you can find us on all the socials by searching for That's Class Pod. Let us know what you find class, and we'll probably put it in a future episode. You can also catch our faces on YouTube if you want to listen to this all again, but in visual form.
And Spotify video.
You can also do it on Spotify video as well. And you can leave us a rating, because Spotify does ratings now. So leave us a rating, leave us a like, leave us a comment, do all those things that you do wherever you listen to the pod. Massive thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week. Have a super day. Say goodbye, Duncan.
Goodbye, Duncan.
And as Eddie says at the end of every episode of That's Class,
See you next week.
I realised that I'd rattled through that really quickly, so I made your bit really long.
Couldn't.
Nice.
I didn't have like a topic to go on either.
Bye, everyone.
I could just throw
Bye,
every so often. I
everybody.
could just throw in like a. I didn't. I
Nice.
failed. You know?
It's fine.
Failed.
It kind of encapsulates this whole episode.
Don't hate me.
Hey, once again, it's Rory's fault for reading it too fast.
Yeah.
It's
Blame
COVID.
Rory.
I've got no taste anymore. I'll have taste next week. Bye.